I'm Gavin.
And I'm Grace. We have all the inside scoop and news and events here at CWC.
Hey Grace, do you know that we have two sisters working here at CWC?
Really? Who?
Let's go live to Kathleen with an interview with two kindergarten teachers, Miss Hulster and Miss
Kathleen here with two of CWC's teachers who teach together. What are some of the hard things about showing your job?
Well, there's many different responsibilities with this job, but one hard thing is that we always want to teach together, but we have to be here separately.
That's why we love on professional days when we get to be together in the same place. But it's still really, really fun even though we're not always together.
When you were little, what did you want to be when you grew up?
I wanted to be a teacher and a mom, and now I'm both.
And I wanted to be a teacher and a mom, and I'm both now too. So I guess that our dreams came true.
We're sisters, so we kind of grew up with a lot of the same things.
What is the best part about showing your job?
Just sharing our ideas. I think that we are the same in a lot of ways, but we're also kind of different. So putting our ideas together and just, I don't know, I just think it's really neat. And having two different personalities.
And letting the kids in our class see that, and just getting to experience the kids in different ways and enjoy that.
What do the two of you talk about when you're not in school?
Everything.
We're like best friends, so we talk about the kids at school, but we talk a lot about our kids, and
Anna and Tucker.
And I don't know, just anything
Everything.
sisters would talk about.
We go shopping.
You have sisters, you know.
We really do have a lot of fun together.
What do you like to do in your free time?
Well, we like to exercise together. Tuesday nights are exercise nights.
Jillian.
Ab shredder. What else? We do like to go shopping. I like to read some and cook. We both like to bake.
We bake.
I like to sew.
I used to dance, so sometimes I still dance a little.
Go on walks. Play with our kids. We like to do lots of active things.
We're active people.
Wow, it sure would be a lot of fun to have two different teachers teach us.
I agree, especially when they're related.
Let's talk about another event CWC recently had, the Major Savers Program.
Let's go to Seth to find about the assembly.
CWC recently had the Major Savers program come to the school. The kids learned about the many different prizes and privileges that they can earn if they sell Major Saver cards. Major Saver cards are the little plastic cards you can get discounts at restaurants. If the students sell a certain amount of Major Saver cards, then they'll get to have fun games and prizes. We had a lot of fun at the assembly.
It's just a little tiny bucket of slime, and your parents...
Wow, Major Saver sounds really cool.
I agree. Hey Gavin, have you ever wanted to travel the world?
Yeah, sounds like fun. Why did you ask?
Because Randy Nadler, a professional traveler, has recently come to CWC to teach us about the world.
Let's check it
Can I
out.
ask you 3 questions?
I would love it if you'd ask me questions. That's the best thing about my job is I get to answer questions.
All right, the first one is, how many countries have you been to?
Now, I've been to about 52 countries. I have not done a program like what you saw today about all 52 countries. I'm not that old. But like this last summer when I went to Vietnam, I went into another country, Cambodia, but I didn't put any of that. But to answer your question, about 52 countries. Okay?
And the second one is, what country would you like to retire to?
Retire. That means quit work and lay on the beach. I have 2 daughters. They're still in junior high and high school, so I'm looking at prom dresses and graduation and college and weddings. I don't think I'll ever be able to retire, but if I would pick one place, it would be the beaches of Ecuador.
And
The reason for that, the houses and things are very, very cheap in Ecuador. You can buy a furnished condo for $100,000 right on the beach. Perfect.
Right, and
Then
the
I'd have
third
to
one.
learn Spanish.
And the third one is, what is the strangest thing you've ever eaten?
You decide. Grub worms? Monkey? Dog? Frogs?
Probably dog.
You think dog?
Yeah.
Monkey was strange.
So much fun to travel
The
around
grub
the world.
worms were horrible.
Music can take you around the world, too.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about Miss Bell's musicals.
Let's go live to Miss Bell, CWC's music teacher.
Hi, I'm Jamie here with Miss Bell, the music teacher at Clearwater Creek. So, how many years have you been teaching?
I have been teaching music for 8 years.
How many musicals have you done?
I do approximately 3 musicals a year, so that would be about, well, the first couple of years we actually did 2. So I would say maybe about 30.
What's the hardest part about putting musicals together?
The amount of time that you spend doing it, because it takes a lot of time. Costuming is a lot of work, and then just make sure that the students know their lines. That's kind of difficult as well.
What's your favorite part about doing musicals?
When everything comes together. I mean, like the vision that I have for the students to perform well as seeing the set and the costumes come together. And then I think another part that is my favorite is seeing how fun the students have while they're actually performing it, and they're so hyped and pumped up after they finish their first performance, and then they're even more excited when they perform for their parents that evening.
What do you want to be doing in 5 years?
5 years. I enjoy what I do, so if I'm doing that, that would be great. Also, I think going into more of an administrative role, because that's what I'm studying in grad school, would be nice to be in doing something of that nature, either as a principal or a fine art coordinator or something of that nature.
The last 3 questions are just fill in the blanks. So, if your name wasn't Candace, what would it be?
If my dad had his way, it would be Victoria Elizabeth or Elizabeth Victorian. He was big on Shakespeare. If my mom had her way, it would be Jacqueline Renee, which is actually my best friend's name. So, yeah.
If you had $1 million, what would you do?
Retire. Invest. Retire. That's a lot of money.
What is your favorite ice cream flavor?
I have 2. Is that okay? Mint chocolate chip, 1 scoop of that, and 1 scoop of cookies and cream.
Okay. Well, now back to you guys in the studio.
Wow, those musicals are fun.
I agree. Let's talk about another event that's coming up here at CWC, parent-teacher conferences.
The teachers do a lot of work to get those conferences ready.
I agree. Let's go to some interviews with some teachers to get the inside scoop on parent-teacher conferences. Here with Mr. Medina to ask him a few questions about parent-teacher conferences. So, Mr. Medina, what is the hardest part about doing parent-teacher conferences?
I think the hardest part is making sure that we cover everything that we want to talk about, and also give the students a chance to talk to their parents on that second conference.
Okay. What is the best part about doing parent-teacher conferences?
I think the best part is just getting to talk to the parents, because if you think about how often we get to talk formally one-on-one with a parent, it's only 40 minutes all year, and that's not very much time. So I like being able to talk to the parents one-on-one.
How do you think it's different being an experienced teacher to a teacher that doesn't have a lot of experience?
How do I feel differently about that? I think when you're a first-year teacher or a beginning teacher, you tend to maybe get a little nervous about things, and as you do it more and more and more, it becomes a little bit easier, and there aren't as many nerves.
What is something make-believe that you wish was real?
Well, let's see. I've always wanted to be able to fly. Does that count?
Yes.
Okay. Or become invisible. Either one of those I think would be fun if they were real.
And back to you guys in the studio. Well, that's all the time we have for today's show.
I'm Gavin.
And I'm Grace.
And you're watching CWCTV.
Oh, and remember to check back soon for our latest broadcast. Goodbye.
Hi, welcome to CWC News. I'm Gavin. Oh, wait, no. Just hi, welcome to CWC. Yeah, yes. Oh my God. Just a bit. Sorry, girl.